freedom of speech has been under attack for the past like decade or so. Especially online. The internet, of course, they want to control it. They have always wanted to control it. They lost control when Elon Musk bought Twitter, now known as X. Okay, and though of course there's some censorship on X, but it's not as if you simply disagree with the left, you'll get banned. There's like a small amount, like there's of course, probably a few bad apples in there, banning certain people, because of mass reporting, which again still happens and needs to be addressed. Or it's basically cancel culture, okay? Again, cancel culture has lost a lot of its rate over the past couple of years because people are starting to realize, wait, why are we basically, banning these people off online for voting a certain way? For voting a certain way. Why are we forcing celebrities and big YouTubers to vote a certain way? And a lot of the YouTubers are actually voted against the establishment. Okay, for example, Rogan and Jake Paul both endorsed Trump. People were shocked by that, but of course, if you like them or not, Rogan and Jake Paul do have significant influence over the Gen Z and younger people, which are going to convince more of those people who may be more apolitical to say, hey, Rogan Paul, Jake Paul, they, are sincere about it, will vote for Trump. Okay, unlike the actual paid endorsements by Beyonce and all these legacy celebrities, and I think this is going to be a problem for the legacy celebrities in Hollywood, is YouTube is basically YouTube and to a lesser extent Rumble and several sites are basically creating a platform so all of us normal folk can speak, which is what they don't like. This is what these companies don't like. They don't like the fact that the internet gives all of us, normal folk, a chance to speak. Okay? When very rarely we'll get a chance to speak or get a chance to show our own opinions. But this is why they have been obsessed with censoring the internet. They have been obsessed with, internet censorship, internet blacklists, Of course, there are certain people who deserve to be blacklisted, like EDP, obviously, What he did was pretty bad, okay? But we're talking about people who simply just disagree with, the mainstream media or Disney or the censorship sites like the ADL or Media Matters, or disagree with basically any left-wing creator, okay? Of course, this terms of service about hate speech is only going to go one way, how it always has been, okay? Hate speech only applies towards right-wingers, not left-wingers, okay? Left-wingers can say all the hate speech they want because it's their tribe. Right-wingers are basically, I think, out of all of the people groups, are probably some of the most discriminated against people in this country. They for a long, long time before Elon Musk bought Twitter, if you're a right-winger, you were expected to be banned. You were expected to be banned off of X, and it was like that for a while for YouTube, but I think YouTube is starting to change its mind. Same thing on Facebook. Okay, I think that Facebook and YouTube are fine. I think at the very least, are finally starting to realize, hey, wait, all these people are doing is disliking movies. It's not that deep, or just voicing the political concerns. And I think with Trump's win, the censorship is gonna definitely die down a lot. But the gaming industry, well, they're a whole other can of worms. They still want to ban people for disagreeing with the left, okay? In a detailed November 26th blog post, evolving games are constantly creating, content ecosystem as the best experience for our creators and creators. To clarify, the off-platform content behavior connected to our IP is now subject to our terms of service. Yeah, this is, everybody makes jokes this is really 1984. Yeah, this is really 1984. Because this is something that would happen right out of the playbook of 1984. Banning people for disagreeing with this is how people get radicalized, okay? This is I'm saying this how it is. This is how people get radicalized online, okay? You exclude them from the conversation, okay? You exclude them from the conversation. If you exclude people from the conversation, then if you exclude people from the group, they are going to get radicalized. They're going to become hateful, which is the thing that they're so-called trying to prevent by banning these people, okay? By banning these people, and they're really just causing more harm than doing good. They're always so concerned about radicalization and right-wing violence, but banning these people and banning these people on their voices is going to it's going to move them to echo chambers like Gab and other similar sites because they won't have a voice to speak. Okay, so they're going to go to the echo chambers and go down, and more people, and those sites are going to continue to go and grow, and continue to gain popularity. I'm just using that. I'm using Gab as an example, but and saying, it's the same thing with the left and Blue Sky. Leftists do not want to be on X anymore. So they're going to a left-wing echo chamber with his Blue Sky. Blue Sky is basically a left-wing echo chamber. Okay, kind of like how Gab is a right-wing echo chamber. Okay, both sites are very similar to X, and the whole thing is Elon Musk basically wanted to give the right the same rights and freedoms as the left. Okay, that's basically what Elon Musk did. Okay, we have the same ability to speak as the left. I think Elon Musk eventually realized, hey, I don't want to be a leftist anymore. Why would I want to be a leftist? All these people do is censor people and ban people who disagree with them. I think if you want to win a culture war, you'll not want to censor the opposition, because that's the worst thing you want to do. For example, all authoritarian parties and groups have always the way to keep they kept power is they arrested their political opponents, Hitler and Stalin. Okay, both of them, equally as bad, arrested their political opponents and threw them in jail. Okay, being banned from Twitter for speaking your political opinion is the equivalent of being arrested because you're the political opponent of the ruling class, the ruling party. Okay, because they don't want anyone to challenge them and oppose them. Okay, that's basically what this is. Oh, to protect players. Oh yeah, to protect players. What you're protecting is you're protecting nothing. Okay. To touch the gaming experiences applies to OA content or riot and the background of the content produced. Though we're not going to proactively monitor everything that happens across social media, it's now about ways to issue penalties on what content is brought to our attention. If a creator use hateful slurs on an opposing teammate or teammate on the stream, or that a lot of left-wing, content creators have used hateful slurs in the past. You won't ban them, obviously. You won't ban Pokimane or Hassan. Okay, both of them have literally said hateful slurs in the past towards certain groups of people. So if you're gonna go by your actual rules, you should ban both Pokimane and Hassan. But you won't, because they make money for you, Riot Games. That's how it works, with you Riot Games, okay? But not over game stats or voice comms. We're still into a penalty over behavior code of game. They said, of course, that, people can still be banned over, using hateful, because no one likes toxicity in games, okay? I get it. It's pretty funny to watching the Call of Duty, toxicity back in the day, but a lot of people feel uncomfortable with that, especially if kids are played. They don't want to hear people yelling the N word constantly, or the F word, especially, because parents like, these kids are these grown men are literally arguing with each other, yelling, racial slurs and saying, swear words and the whole chat and being racist towards each other because it's reasons, okay, as well. Note update only mentions games like League of Legends and Valorant and upcoming fighting game 2XKO. Again, I have never played anything by Riot Games, okay, but also, this will be effect for anything related to anything by Riot Games. Again, if they really enforced this rule properly, certain streamers would be banned. Certain streamers, but they will ban those people. They'll ban all the right-wing streamers. That's what they're going to do. Okay, and I think this whole thing is a response to the whole admin gold situation. I haven't done much research upon it, but he said a certain thing about a country in the Middle East that we are not allowed to talk about. So, that's why the ADL went after the Steve and stuff, because we're not allowed to talk about, current issues and stuff. But it's just so, this is basically 1984, okay, coming to video games, okay. Content creators until January 3rd to adjust the content to adhere to these rules, okay. And again, this is just ridiculous. People should not be banned for something they said 10 years ago. something they said 5 years ago, okay? Because people can change. People do change, and people do change, okay? And what that thing is so unforgivable, like what EDP did, okay? Like, what EDP did was very unforgivable, okay, to most people's eyes. That makes sense, okay? But when you talk about something, someone saying, like, like, saying something, someone saying something edgy as a teenager on, like, Reddit, when Reddit was, actual, site, or on Twitter, like in 2012, okay? They should not be banned off of video games because of something they said 12 years ago, okay, basically at this point, because Twitter has been around since the 2000s. So you should not be banned for something you said 12 years ago, okay? But by the same logic, certain streamers should be banned for this off-platform content. Okay, I'm looking at you, Hassan, Pokimane, and I don't know who else. But yeah, basically most of some of these major streamers, and of course, Mr. Beast for literally scamming people as well. We're talking about Mr. Beast. But they'll never ban those people because, and of course, let's figure out Sniper Wolf, who also probably plays League of Legends or Valorant, most likely, because that's a very popular game on Twitch. So, but Sniper Wolf really doxed somebody. Will she be banned? Likely not. Okay, likely not. They'll not ban all these people because, we gotta keep our cash cows. Kind of like how YouTube refused to do anything about the whole Sniper Wolf situation. It's all about the money at the end of the day. And yeah, this is probably a pretty controversial video. I probably said some pretty controversial things. But it needs to be said, people should not be banned for things they said 12 years ago, or be banned from a platform because they said bad things on another platform, as well, as well. And this off-platform content, they'll say like, oh, it's gonna be like if they say like the N-word or something. No, it's gonna be if they follow, like, it could go like, oh, they follow Joe Rogan, you're banned. You voted for Trump, you're banned. This is the slippery slope that before Elon Musk bought Twitter, Twitter was going down. Okay, if you follow a certain creator, or if you dislike a certain movie, you could be banned from Twitter. And that's basically what Blue Sky is now. Blue Sky is basically old Twitter. Okay. You can be banned for basically disagreeing with a movie or stating actual scientific facts or disagreeing with the current narrative surrounding certain issues. Okay? I'm not going to mention those issues because there's tons of them, and I don't want to get this video removed or demonetized. But yeah, that's about this video here. So what do you think about this whole thing? And I think it is wrong to ban people for simply disagreeing with the left. Goodbye.